Marriage is a good thing. Even as I type this, I think back to my younger self, for whom marriage seemed like a distant dream because she was far from perfect, had her share of flaws, and was still learning to control the tides of her emotions. Back then, I couldn't have imagined the beautiful journey that lay ahead, one filled with moments of joy, love, and a lot of growth. Over the past year, I've come to understand that marriage is not just a union of two souls, but a sanctuary of support and affection where imperfections are embraced and emotions are shared. This journey has taught me about the strength that love and commitment can offer, and that I am always deserving of both. So I've always wanted to do this video, but I didn't want to have it be planned out or anything. He doesn't know what we're shooting today, but he's about to find out. So yeah, let me go to my position.
I would like to say that this is a setup, and
what are you even wearing?
Please, can you leave my bandana? Thank you. I'm channeling my inner white money because I did not paint my lips.
Babe, now. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to be asking some questions. I haven't thought about it per se, so it's not like, I don't want us to have scripted answers or anything like that, yeah?
That's problem number one. Are you sure you want me to go off the rails?
Yes, I already know you're not normal, so...
Alright.
Yeah.
To the viewers out there, I'd like you guys to know that Jesus loves you, and...
Babe!
I hope that you enjoy this video.
So, as I was saying, please, you guys pay more attention to me. Mark.
Yes?
Was married life what you expected?
Oh no. Do we have the time for that, the answer to that question?
Yes, let me hear what you want to say.
I think the good thing for me was that I actually spoke to a lot of people before getting married, who had been married for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And they kind of briefed me, or would I say prepared me for, married life. So it's one of those things where people can tell you, but until you're in the inside, you're in the lungu, you cannot fully appreciate it. So I'd say I knew it in my head, but then experiencing it was something I could never be prepared for or be ready for, I guess.
So was it what you expected?
So it was more or less what I expected.
In a good or bad way?
It's neither good nor bad, it's just an experience.
Wow. Because if you ask me, I would say it was better than I expected. So wow. Your marriage to me was just there. Not good, not bad.
No, it's just an experience. And I mean, for those who have been married, they've only been married for a year, just over a year. So
why is that important to note?
I'm not an expert in it.
Hey, nobody said you're an expert in it.
For those who have been married, they will understand what I'm talking about. To say you can't ever predict it, but you know that it's a wonderful experience. You've
changed your mouth from it's just there to wonderful experience.
No, so you're talking about in respect to what I expected.
Yes.
So when I say it's what I expected, it's neither good nor bad. You understand? Versus what I expected.
Okay, well, married life for me was better than I expected.
Are you sure?
Yes, it was, even with problems here and there. Because men are problematic, but still. Because for me, I feel like I've gauged marriage from the eye of looking at maybe older people that I know, and their marriages are always very male-dominated in the sense that the woman does the cooking, all of that.
Yes,
and so my own marriage is way different from that, so it's better than I expected.
Yes, I do all the cooking.
He does.
I'm the slave of the house.
Right, right.
But good. Yeah, I think if you rephrase the question as how would I say being married to you has been?
No.
I would say it has been a really good experience I've enjoyed.
Tell me more.
I've gotten to grow as a person.
Tell me more.
I've gotten to also see the sides of me that I never knew.
That's what I'm asking. Do you say how is a good experience? being married to me. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I get to wake up every morning to someone that I love and I know loves me. Someone who is able to cover for me on the days where I need help. And this actually happened quite recently, this morning actually. So it's something that happens a lot, you know, someone who actually puts my well-being and someone who prays for me and actually wants
I should be getting paid for this, but I'm not. As you guys can see.
I mean, I should be getting paid because I've told her she should blow so that I can retire and be a house husband, but let's not bring that.
I don't even know. Okay, yes, moving on. So, are there things that you've had to deal with or that you have learned, especially during the first year of our marriage? Why are you laughing? Who the hell you laugh, this guy?
Repeat the question again, please.
No, you heard me very well.
Of course, I mean,
okay.
Like I said.
You have to when you say it, you have to say what it is.
No, I cannot say it.
No, you have to say it.
I cannot say
it. No,
it.
babe, don't worry. It's a safe space.
It's not a safe space.
I promise you, it's a safe space. I won't bring this up again.
I want to sleep with my both eyes at night.
Babe,
I don't want to question.
So are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm not.
So I'm a liar. If I tell you it's a safe space, you don't believe that I'm saying the truth.
Me? No, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll talk about my own share. So
so actually go first and I'll go after you. So answer the question again.
Definitely, there's so many things that I have learned, right? And there's so many things that I have had to deal with. It's a lot. But the one that comes to my mind when I asked that question was dealing with being alone. I don't think that's the right phrase, but do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right phrase that to describe what I'm trying to say, right? But it's just like that first year, moving to Ibadan, you going to work, me being at home, and just me learning to just be, basically, like, let you do your own stuff and not always be like, oh, we should do this together, or we should go together. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Well, what do you think? Yeah, so that's what comes to my head when, because I think that it was a bit tough at first, but then it took, and then you were nice about it, and you were patient, and it took some time, but I think I've made very good progress. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, if I think about when we started this and now, definitely you've made a lot of progress. A whole lot. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Thank you, my dear.
Yeah, I think on my end it would be ego.
Ego?
Yeah,
okay.
Dealing with my ego and my partner's ego, and through that, learning patience. Obviously, it's still a work in progress. But I'd say looking at where we start from where we are now, we've both grown and had to grow to kind of accommodate. And we're still learning. We still have those days when ego just takes the front burner, but learning that at the end of the day, it's you and your partner against the problem and not you against them.
Yeah, but when you say ego, I want you to what do you mean?
Ego now.
In what sense? Right. Like, give me an example. I get, but like, see how I said, oh.
An example would be like your partner doing something that affects you, and they feel like they're not wrong, and you feel like they are wrong. So being able to go, like, put your ego to the side and say, okay, look, it doesn't matter who is right or who is wrong, but we need to fix this. I mean, that's what's important. So being able to put ego aside at that point in time, I'm like, no, I don't care if I'm right, or I don't care if, I think they are wrong.
Yeah.
I just want to come to the table and have this discussion. So I'd say, yeah, that's the example.
Well done. You're doing well, yeah?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
And it gets better.
Well done, too. This is
you didn't see that.
A lot. Like this is. I live with a violent human being, so my skin.
I'm going to edit this part out of it, so don't worry about it. Okay, so have you? Obviously, I think the answer will be yes. If it's not yes,
answer the question first. That's what I.
No.
Yes, because you can't put me on the spot.
Have you had moments that you realize that you married well, and can you share if you want to share? No, you have to share.
There are plenty.
Yeah. You've answered well, but finish it.
There was the one that happened most recently.
Yeah.
This was yesterday night into this morning, where I experienced a very huge disappointment, in my corporate life, and I was really down about it. And my partner was just like, look, this person, not my other partner, this partner, was like, it's okay, it happened.
But that's what
I
I have to do.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, but like even just being there and be like reassuring me, and then say, okay, you know what? I know you're down. I'm going to figure out how to make you feel better. You know, the next like down to today, and even this afternoon, it's like okay, it's all right. We'll still, you know, the opportunity has gone by. Another opportunity will come, and just that reassurance.
Yeah.
I think I was like, yeah, I'm married.
But I feel like if you had married anybody else, they would do the same thing.
That's what you think. Well, people are different. Some people just be like, okay, sorry, that happened, so let's move on. You know, tough love, being gentle. I think. If I use another one was the day I got Apple Watch. Okay, it's not my hand.
Are you serious? God.
But I like being spoiled, right? So it was a very welcome surprise.
Interesting.
Because I also knew that it also took a lot to get me that. So I really appreciated the sacrifice. But like I said, there are so many times, even while we're dating till now. So I say, I thank God almost every day. So this I'm like, God, this
body you give me, and you agreed. I said body, you agreed.
Joke. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke I make when I say it's body, but so this I'm like, about God, I need help.
Yeah. Okay.
It's How about you?
Yeah, I have a couple, but I have one that's recent, right? So it was when you told me that, you're traveling soon and we're expecting a guest, but we haven't talked about how I'll be able to handle it, because you know that I don't do well with people for like a period of time. I was like, oh, that's nice and thoughtful, because I knew that yes, I was going to be alone and I'll have to deal with the person by myself, but I did not think about you having a discussion about it. So that was nice. I was like, oh, that's nice that you actually thought about it. It was thoughtful.
Nice. Why not?
It was thoughtful and nice.
This is what happens a lot.
Another one.
Violence.
I don't know if to talk about this one, because it's a really big thing. But if you don't want me to talk about it, I can't even talk about it because I can't even say the word. That's how bad I am. So, but if you want me to, just tell me that, no, let's move on. Right?
I don't know what to say, so I can't, unless you edit it out.
No, you'll be the one to say it, because I can't even say it like that. During our first year, about how it took us 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you were very nice and patient and kind and trying to find solutions and help me get comfortable, I guess. So yeah, that was good. There was no pressure, really. The pressure was from me, not even from you. So. Yeah.
Aww.
So you want to say it?
No, go ahead.
No, babe, no.
Oh, she's talking about sex. The things that we do in the other room. Knacks.
Do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, so I mean, the first 6 months were really tough because we were unable to have sex as a couple because it was very painful
Because it was my first time.
Cassie, because it was her first time.
I'm an adult and I feel shy talking about this.
Yeah, that's very interesting. But it's part of what makes her. She's a very violent human being, but to talk about something, she'll be very squeamish. Yes, moving on.
Okay.
Next question. How many questions are there?
Honestly, I don't even know.
I'm working on the clock. I'm a busy man.
I'll pay you, don't worry.
How do you want to pay me?
Cash.
I don't collect cash, please. I collect kind.
You're confused. You're a confused person. Okay, so...
I was just doing that thing. My leg was just shaking on its own.
I told you that you have problems.
I think it's nervous energy.
Yeah, why are you nervous?
No, not that I'm nervous. It's because I'm sitting for so long, my body...
Hey, don't worry, change. You can relax. You're in your house. So free yourself.
I'm in your house.
I'm serious, but you can free yourself. For real. Okay. Honestly, I just copied and pasted some things.
Wow.
No, I wrote some, but yes. Oh yeah, so do you think your relationship with me, so this is not me saying our relationship, your relationship with me has evolved since, and in what way, or ways?
That's a very interesting question.
Oh yeah.
I have to think about it. Can you go first?
Okay, yes, definitely. And I'll say yes because even you yourself, even till after we got married, there were so many things I couldn't do in front of you. Yeah, I still don't dance in front of you, but
But you dance in front of Instagram. Let's not start that one, please. I dey provoke. I dey quick provoke.
There are so many things. Even when I don't take pictures, I'll be like, oh, can you get away? But now, sometimes I stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. What is this? Are you going through midlife crisis?
Focus on what you are doing, please. Leave me on my listening room.
Okay. What was I saying?
You said you weren't taking pictures.
Oh, yes. And then just acting weird. So I'm able to do these things. Before I couldn't. So I'd say that my relationship with you has evolved. I'm more comfortable. And it's funny because back then it'd be like, oh, would I ever get this comfortable?
What did I say?
I don't know. What did you used to say? Time?
It's time.
Yeah.
So
even like taking off my clothes too.
Yeah. So I'd say definitely retweet. Being ditto. Because like back then it was like even you are just not comfortable.
Yeah.
You're just not comfortable. Like,
I know people. Wait, I feel like we need to correct this because people be like, how can you say you're not comfortable and then you got married? Or like, what are you doing when you were dating?
Yeah. So please, I mean.
No, go on.
Yes, I mean comfortable in terms of like the intimate parts of yourself, and not just like your body, also even just like showing those intimate parts, like the fear. I call it like the fear of embarrassment. Does that make sense?
I think also I don't know, because sometimes you say these things and then you realize that so many people feel the same way, right? I think that for me, I'm just a very weird person.
No, that one is a given, but you need to be specific.
I feel like I'm just a very, like I get, a lot of things make me feel awkward immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because not go to body house.
That's what he thinks, but maybe there's that too. So there's just a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like growing up too, in my house with my sisters, we never used to like take off our clothes in front of each other.
This boarding house, that's why you're trained to go to boarding house. Because those of you that went to boarding house, especially that went to some schools that are a bit sketchy, you realize that there's no such thing as privacy in boarding house. But
yeah,
I mean, jokes aside, yeah, I mean, in the beginning and now there's been a whole difference, and things have become a lot more comfortable, and we're both comfortable in our spaces. I think one other way is even in the kind of conversations we had. I felt like in the beginning there was this fear of, oh, I can't say what's on my mind because of how it will be received, or being able to, I mean, but it's evolved since
what do you mean?
So like when we're doing check-ins and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I think it's gotten better. I mean, obviously still some ways to go because we're always evolving and always getting better and stuff. So I'd say that has definitely evolved, but yeah.
Okay. So Nigerian's answer.
Nice one.
You're a joker.
I just answered now.
Oh, I thought you were just expanding on what I said. So what was your answer? Just to clarify.
Like the kind of conversations we can have.
Oh.
I see.
Okay.
Violence is not the answer.
I don't have an answer to this one. Like I said, I didn't really plan. No, honestly, I didn't really plan the questions. Like, I didn't want to make it very But what's the most unexpected thing you learned about me? Yeah. Yes. What's the most unexpected thing I've learned about you?
That's a very good, hard question. No. Can I skip?
Okay.
Because I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay, I think I'll skip to. Okay. Do you have any question? Because my question is finishing.
I don't have any.
Babe, now.
You did not brief me of anything that's happening now.
But so. you know how to think on the spot. So you're that kind of person. You think on the spot.
This one hard, I break.
What's this thing? Are you okay, Bakasi? What kind of behavior is this?
As you guys can see, there's no freedom of choice in this house. You either do what she wants or you get out.
That's not true. Babe.
Yes, my love.
Help me now. Get questions.
Last one on your list.
Wait, I'm thinking of those I have answers to.
Oh my goodness.
See, the ones I've asked are the ones I actually did. Like, I actually wrote down. Those other ones are just random questions.
Yeah, pick a random question.
Choose your best friend where you say you like. You can ask them. Tubo, hand to hand. You know it for you, but you don't. Sing it, let me.
Choose your friend where you say you like. Hand to hand, leg to leg, mouth to mouth.
I will see you later. Something like, okay, moving on.
For those of us that grew up in the streets.
I didn't grow up in the streets,
of Lagos,
but he did.
Nigeria.
I can't relate.
So where did you grow up?
Surulere.
Call the street. Ends Ends.
Remember the road that will lead me home. What was that?
Bode Thomas.
I feel like we've lost the plot of this video. Wait, moving on. Okay. Have there been any hilarious misunderstandings or cultural clashes? Cultural clashes is not a cultural thing, it's just an upbringing thing. Because I don't understand how somebody will say that they eat beans, porridge beans with meat. This young man, his mother had a poultry farm. They were living large, eating chicken for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, we eat
in these stringent times.
We eat chicken for lunch and dinner. You know,
exactly.
There's a land of plenty. Why
okay,
be
very good. Because I can't you tell me you eat porridge beans, you want to eat meat with it.
Yes.
If you eat bread and tea, you want to eat meat. If I leave, I'm telling you, eat bread and tea with meat.
Egg with it.
I don't understand that one.
I feel like every meal needs to have a bit of animal protein. And that's why, sidetrack. I have a lot of colleagues who are vegans and vegetarians. I'm like, I cannot do it. I can try, I can attempt, but man, there's just something about having some protein in your meal.
I don't know.
Mice hair,
I'm not saying it's not bad or anything, but I think that's a cultural clash. It's not a cultural clash, it's just an upbringing thing. That's it. Even till today, like I have to, when I say today, I don't mean now, I mean like today, as in like recent, like now. I have to like consciously free some things. Right? So, and I know that even you too, that's why when you be like, don't worry, I'll buy more meat. I'll buy more meat.
That's one big flashing point. I'm just like, instead of me struggling, I'll buy extra meat so that there is meat.
Yeah, because I guess that, I don't know, just growing up in my house, we didn't just used to eat like 2-3 meats, but then you correct somebody, if you leave him, you eat 4 meats at once. And I just cannot get my head wrapped around it. But also, maybe people will say, this is poverty mentality. I didn't grow up poor. I don't have any poverty mentality. But yes, still, I'm very like, let's save some. We don't have to eat everything right now. Like, we will eat it tomorrow, we'll eat it next tomorrow. But
I'm like, man, this life now one. Chop.
Yes, I think I don't know if we're finding the balance between. How would you think? Am I getting better?
Yeah, I mean, if we look at it, it's also figuring out what works. Because at the end of the day, you can't just decide, it's my way or the highway. So for me, I just said, okay, you know what? When we're using the house money, I will eat portions. If I want to do extra, I'll go and buy my own meat. And even though we eat meat together, but I have to use my money to go and buy the meat that we do use for flangeing. So it's all about balance. I think one of that cultural difference was culture shocks. Yeah. Well, yeah, differences is kind of, I think, how we interact with people in our space, the family in our space. So, I mean, growing up, I always grew up with my cousins. I literally grew up with my cousins, and then family members always just come about. So we always had people in our space. Like it was not, let's say, different or scarce for someone to just show up in the house. I'm like, I'll be here for a couple of weeks. Okay, I mean, go ahead, there's space, no wahala, and then we'll also go. So I think that was also a bit different, and having to also accommodate the fact that it's not something you're used to, or
Well, for me, obviously, because I'm Igbo, we always have traveled to the village during Christmas. So I'm used to like that communal living. But like you said, right, someone just dropping into your house, that's aside from when we go to the village. Yeah, we'll just be with our cousins, everybody sleep in each other's house. Yeah, I don't think I'm so used to that. There's something I had in mind I wanted to say. That's gone.
Yeah, I think also just being like...
Oh, yes, I know what I wanted to say. I think that also there's a difference between both of us. Yes, your upbringing definitely has to do, because you're way more family oriented than I am, right? Like I even see how when you talk to your siblings, and you're talking to them about their mother-in-law, and you be like, Momsi. I'm just like, why are you calling somebody else's mother-in-law Momsi? Like it's just so strange. But I think that also me.
As a person.
Me as a person, like dealing with people staying in my space for too long, is that I feel like I start to overthink things. It's already stressful enough for me to be like, oh Mark, please, you didn't clean this thing when you finished. And then imagine not having somebody there, I will be overthinking, because it's you, you're my guy, right? So I can talk to you and tell you, babe, I don't like this. I can tell you I don't like these things, but these are other people. I don't want to nag them, or I don't want to. So it's just the mental.
Mad. Oh yeah, now.
It's just there's a mental part of like people being in my space for too long too that stresses me out.
Yeah, I think the other thing that we also missed is boundaries. So the kind of person I am, it's not that I mean, if I had to find, I'd say I find it hard to set boundaries, but in the sense that I'm not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it. I'm always willing to help, and I feel like the people I surround myself with are always willing to help. So I'm the kind of person that if someone can say, and the other day my friend was like, he wants to rent a car so that I can move. I'm like, I have a car, don't worry. I'll book a day and then we'll do everything. Whereas, Cassie will probably come and like, okay, I mean, let's just make sure that we all have our boundaries set.
No, I don't know if that is it exactly.
Not really, that's not a good example.
No.
I think I'm also too, I don't say too open to people.
It's not a bad thing. You're a very helpful person as a friend, and that's not saying that I'm not a helpful person, but like even myself, some things I wouldn't even just ask people because I don't know. I'm just not used to those kind of things. I don't know, Sha, but I don't know if I'm explaining. I've said I don't know too many times, so I'm just going to shut up at this point and.
No, don't shut up.
I want to be on my voice.
Yes, sir.
They sweet you.
They sweet me.
Nice.
Sweet me for body, like sugar, like honey.
Good. Babe, ask me a question now. I know you didn't plan for this. I'm sorry.
Use our jam.
I'm sorry. In what ways has your perception of love and partnership changed since you got married?
Skip.
Why?
It feels like something I have to think about.
Why you for your hand on camera?
I did for my hand on camera. You see, I should ask you a question, then you now ask the question. This is the problem I have with women. You literally said, ask me a question, and then proceed to ask me a question by yourself.
Babe, you know what?
What?
I was thinking of the answer, but your voice got disorganized my thoughts. For real? Yeah. But Sha, I can ask.
Okay. If you had to change one thing about your partner, what would it be?
My partner being you?
Your only partner, no sense.
What would I change? If I had to change one thing about you, what would I change? There's a question I wanted to ask. It's your question, just help me remember it, but I'll answer your own first. What would I change? I don't know.
You answer. You have to.
Maybe I'll just make it a little bit different from me, in the sense I feel like we're too similar emotionally wise. I'm just like, no, please don't be like me. Yes, we need somebody to be acting different at some point in time. You're also like me when it comes to procrastination and lack of discipline, which is terrible for both of us involved. So probably that's what I'll change a bit. Does this make you feel bad? Sure? Okay. You're good, okay?
I learned that one from you.
You dodged my hand.
If you look earlier in this thing, you see how she was beating me up.
Okay, what would you change?
For me, I would say how critical you are of yourself. Yeah, I feel like you're such a beautiful, smart, brilliant person, and
the spray money as you're saying is, you don't just be saying beautiful, smart.
I'll send you by Interact. But then so much of the times, like, you doubt yourself. Like, you be like, oh my gosh, what if I don't get an idea? What if I don't do this thing well? That, this thing is not working out this way.
Oh no, but I used to do like that a lot now.
Or you say, I don't like doing my face looks. I want you to be able to, see yourself the way I see you. Like, just know that these things are just, temporary.
Faces, yeah? I'm getting there, my dear.
Take away from the whole.
Thank you, my love. I'm getting there. Sorry, that was reflex.
Voila, this is how
that was reflex. Okay, babe. I said that there was something. All you just asked me, I've forgotten that question I wanted to ask.
I say if you had to change one thing, what would it be?
Oh God, why did I forget? I should have written it down.
As soon as one thing I'll change is I want her to have like $1 billion so that.
Basically, you just called me broke.
I would just retire.
You just called me broke.
Be a full-time house husband, because that's my passion. I want to passionately not work. Like, I don't want to do it. And please, when you as a full-time house husband, you need to give me like 2-3 nannies that work with me and a driver, because I cannot be stressing myself.
I want to think about the thing I want to ask.
I'll keep quiet. In the meantime,
yeah, you can talk to them.
A message to our sponsors.
I'm just going to which sponsors? Which sponsors? Maybe you just let me beg them to subscribe and share.
Our sponsors, please. Can you?
Okay, sorry.
This message is brought to you by the Cassie Daves, lifestyle connoisseur, Please subscribe to our YouTube. Our channels are at Cassie Daves on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Now back to regular scheduled programming.
Yes, thank you, and welcome back. So I was going to ask, I think why I missed the question was because I asked it with the first one when I said things that you had to learn. It's also things that you had to learn, but it's a different, it's a different question. Okay, I'll answer it. So that first time I said, what I said the first time was dealing with like just chilling and being, right? Mm-hmm. But I had to learn that I'm not, different things, but they're all kind of related. One, that we're different people, so I shouldn't try to change you. Like you're a whole adult, like I shouldn't try to like change you or make you into like something else. Mm-hmm. And then I also had to learn that I'm not your Lord and personal savior. I'm not your Lord and personal savior. So it's kind of how I'd be like, oh, let's pray, let's do this. Like, yeah, I'm not the one that died for your sins, so I should give it a break sometimes. Mm. Yeah, not that he actually prays with me, but yeah. How do you feel about what I just shared? You're like, yes, thank God. I'm glad you know, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first is I had to learn patience, understanding that some things will just take time.
Yeah.
And then I also had to learn to accommodate someone else's preferences, your preferences. So stuff like, normally if I'm cooking, I would just make a mess everywhere. When I'm done, I will clean up. But I learned that Cassie Daves does not like that, so it has to be as you are going along, just make sure that you're taking things.
But start relaxing.
But I also know that, that also helps, because then the workload is not so much at the end and you're like, oh, how do I get to? So it also helps me to learn some things. But I think, definitely learning how to accommodate someone else's preferences and sometimes bend to their wishes, I guess.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah, except when it comes to like decorating the house, then I have no say in the matter. I just need to execute.
Wow, I remember very clearly when I said, oh, maybe I'll put the picture at the front. You were like, And
then what happened?
Nothing. Anyways, yes, that as well. I think that there are some things I also had to learn as well.
The list of
food-wise.
will be long.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Do you have any question for me? I feel like I'm about to wrap this up.
I would say last question from me is, what's one thing you wish you had done earlier or you had known earlier?
About you?
In this marriage.
But what I just said now, the two things I just said now, it has helped me calm down a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has. I feel there's some things floating around my head, but I need to be quiet to like get them. And this is why you should always plan your videos ahead of time.
That was literally what I said at the beginning. I said, has this thing been planned out? Somebody said, don't worry about it.
This is why you should plan it out and not be spontaneous. A lot of people always tell me, oh, your videos. Half the time, I'm just going with the flow.
Shooting from the hips.
Yes.
Just and then freestyling. But somehow it works out.
Yeah.
And this is part of our problem in this house, because we don't used to plan some things very well, but they still work out. So you know what that means? That does not force us to plan.
But you know who is to plan things?
Are we not in this social media game together?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Anyways, final question will be for me. What are you looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to when we're rich and probably have a kid or two, but rich first.
Maximum 2.
Okay, no, don't have to be rich, but that would be fun.
That would be so fun.
Yeah, that would be great.
Jesus, please if you need to just test me with this words to know
the state of your heart.
Because I believe that you don't know your true character until you have.
That's what you're always saying.
Not you have $1 million in the bank. What's $1 million in the bank? If you are living in Nigeria, you have $1 million in the bank, then you will know your true character. That's when you will now know that whether if they don't serve you stew inside a different bowl from the rice and the chicken in a separate bowl, whether you will not lose it. You understand? But when you don't have money like that, as long as they won't serve you the food, you say, Thank you, Jesus. But when you are rich, like Otedela rich, you now know that you like a particular kind of plate to be served in. So I just want to know my true character. That's my request.
I don't have to do a question and answer. I'll just do that another thing.
I mean, it have gone off. Memory card, memory something high.
So we were recording and my camera started overheating, so we just went out to get stuff. And now we're just going to say thank you for watching our video. We hope that you enjoyed it and learned something. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please share, follow, subscribe. What do you want to say?
You did say it right. Thanks for watching. This is the Cassie Daves on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Tell your friends to tell a friend. Tell your mommies and your daddies. And
go away.
Share.
Go away. Bye-bye. But help me put it off. Thanks. Oh my God.